traders. Today I want to show you a new update for Trendline breaker system, and imagine you are entering on a breakout trade, Trendline breakout trade. Well, you would say sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But what if there will be a compound signal on that trade? In other words, there is a breakout trade as well as an additional trade that leads to make this trade stronger. So that's why I've included these CT compound trade for discretionary trendline break, also compound trade for this congestion breakout trade. And we are on uh, version 4.2. Let me also show you what was added to this algo, Addon strategy. So what also was added is divergence indicator. Divergence, yes, it was divergence indicator. It's built in, and also was added this compound trades. So I've loaded some just just for today. Was a very weird price action, but I was gonna show you, like scrolling down in history, that these two lines represent a bearish divergence. It will calculate divergence on the third bar. So this is a pivot, but when this bar formed, it plotted divergence, and as you can see, it went down. So let's scroll back and see how others show if there was divergence on this bar. Well, there wasn't. Divergence was there. The way it calculates, it takes um, this pivot bars on this volume momentum indicator, and there has to be a pivot and two consequent higher lows. No, I'm sorry, lower highs. So pivot and two lower highs, pivot, two lower highs on each side. Let's see if we can find a bullish divergence. Again, this is the bearish divergence. Again, bearish divergence, and this was the bullish divergence. Okay. Again, this is I'm not in anything particular, but here is again a bullish divergence, and this is again bullish divergence, bearish divergence happening in the night. So I was just gonna show you that. So let's do this. Let's select trend line breaks without compound and see if it's gonna find us some trades. Let me make this a little bit less noisy.
Flag down setup.
Yeah, see, it's gonna
Trendline breakup setup.
Okay, so this took a trend line break, but it actually was a compound trade, because this square represents a trend line breakout, and this arrow represents a volume. So on this bar, it took the trade, even though we didn't specify this. So let's see now. Now that we've taken out long trade, it disarmed it, so we need to arm it again.
Trendline breakdown setup.
Okay, so see, this was a trend line, but this was just a purely trend line, and it was a loser. right? Because it took a trade, but it was not a compound. There was only the square for trend line. So now let's see. We're gonna do the compound. We're only gonna enter with compound trades.
Flag. Flag down. Volume up. Trendline breakup setup.
See, this was a trend line break, and this was a compound. And as you see, we entered. Now we've entered. We had it 1-1. In the strategy, we specify that our first target is 1-1 right here, and the runner is 1-2. So we hit our 1-1, and our runner broke, moved to break even plus, well, it moved to low of this bar. It's pretty smart.
Congestion short breakout.
So now we took that trade, disarmed it. So let's do it again. Let's see if it's going to.
Flag down. Volume down. Volume. Volume. Trend. Volume down setup. Flag. Volume up setup. Volume down setup. Flag down setup. Volume. Flag. Volume up setup.
See, so this was a trend line break, but it's probably going to be a loser.
Congestion.
Well, actually not. Look,
Trend
it
line
worked
breakup
out.
setup.
See, so that's. Let's see again. This was. Um, this was a trend line. So it took this, right, because this was a trend line break and a congestion. So that's why it took that trade. Let's do it one more time.
Volume up. Flag up setup.
Do
Volume down setup.
See, there was this trend line break, but it didn't take it because it was just one.
Trend line breakup setup.
Right here we have two, and it goes up.
Volume down setup.
Okay, so we took that. See, so how compound works. Now let's do the test for congestion breakout. Congestions are these areas, and we're gonna do them with compound. So
Congestion long breakout.
see, so we have the congestion here, and volume for error, and triangle for congestion breakout.
Volume down
Okay.
setup.
See, so it took that one, and
Trend line breakup
let's
set.
do it again.
Volume down setup. Trend line breakup setup. Volume up setup. Flag up setup. Volume down setup. Volume down setup. Congestion short breakout.
See, there was a congestion, but it's not a compound signal, only congestion. So it didn't take that trade. Let's see if there's gonna
Trend
be
volume up setup. Congestion long breakout.
right here. See, it was congestion with volume.
Volume up setup.
Okay, see, so it took it out. So yeah, just wanted to show you that I made this update, and it shows that this compounding signal is really intensifying the signal. And so yeah, go ahead and test it out, and let me know what you think. And let me remind you that we are having a 40% off, um, coupon code SALE40, to get discount for this trade, for this system. And let me remind you, you get strategy, you get add-on, and you get about 4 or 5 indicators that come with this suit. So there you go. Thanks for watching.